Beer O'Clock on Reload Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Glastonbury Craft, and it's a can of their Mighty Chi Massive West Coast IPA, coming in at 6.5% ABV. Described on the back of the can, beer with spirit. Let's get this 330 can out into a glass, see what we get. Many thanks to pioneerbeers.co.uk for sending us the beer. Beer in the glass then. Oh, look at this. Good levels of carbonation rising up the glass. It's a hazy coloured beer. Hazy coloured beer. Let me rephrase that. It's an amber coloured beer with a haze. 3-finger white head. Let's get the aroma. That smells nice. Grapefruity, citrusy. Such a plum and fruit jam, and yeah, it smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Very nice. It's more, they call it a massive West Coast IPA. I would say it's more of, it's got a little bit more balance to it than that. First of all, you got a lot of carbonation bursting the beer on the palate, pushing the beer on the inside of the mouth. Then you're left with a little bit of sweetness and biscuit malt. It's very dry. It's a very, very dry beer. Then you get some orange peel, fleshy blood orange, citrus, and then a nice rolling bitterness on the back end. It's not like a 60, 70, 80 IBU bitterness, really pushing the bitterness levels really high. It's more of a, as I said earlier, a balanced bitterness between the sweetness of the biscuit malt and the bitterness from the hops used in the beer. Touch of tartness, raspberry, grapefruit. I like the haze, like the carbonation. The beer looks good, smells good. I'm just seeing if they actually, they've not mentioned the hops in the beer. It's just that it's 6.5% ABV. They've said pour carefully. And you think this day and age, especially down that way of the world, down kind of verdant territory, yeah, you're picking up a lot of hazy beers down that area. So I don't mind the haze. If you mind the haze, pour carefully like they mentioned. I'm going to rate this. I'm going to be pretty fair with the Glastonbury Craft. In that it's a nice beer, it's a nice balanced beer. If you want to call it a massive West Coast IPA, then you need to add a lot more hops. You need to get your bitterness levels higher, and you need to really pull them flavours through a bit more. It's probably still early days for you guys. You're probably able to adjust this recipe to suit if you need to. I certainly would be looking to do that if it was me brewing the beer. I think somebody who would be looking at the description saying massive West Coast IPA might be slightly disappointed that it's not as massive as it maybe should be in terms of hops. Albeit, as I mentioned earlier, it's a very, very nice beer. I'm going to rate it, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.